Ever feel like you're just swimming in information, but maybe missing the important stuff?
Yeah, like trying to find the signal and all the noise.
Exactly. So that's what we do here on the deep dive. We try to sort through it for you.
Make it a bit easier to digest.
Today we're looking at the Chickasaw Event Center, specifically their May 2025 newsletter.
Right, and we'll pull in a little bit from their website too, just for some, background context.
Perfect. So the main idea is to figure out what's happening right now at the center in New Hampton, Iowa,
Yeah.
based on what they're putting out.
Yeah, what's top of mind for them this month? The newsletter should give us a really good snapshot of that.
Okay, let's jump in. The newsletter, it starts off mentioning spring, even though it's been rainy.
Yeah, it's a small thing, but it kind of sets a nice local community-focused tone, doesn't it?
It does. And then they get right into a big thing for May, graduation parties.
Oh, yeah. Every single weekend in May, they say.
Wow, that sounds intense. Must be a popular spot.
You think so? You can almost feel the buzz, you know?
Yeah.
Lots of families celebrating.
Definitely. Well, a big congrats from us to all those 2025 grads.
Here, here.
Okay, so beyond the local parties, the newsletter talks quite a bit about travel, these bus trips they organize.
Right. They detail 3 of them. First up is Mackinac Island, a Diamond Tours trip.
And they specifically say seats are still available for that one.
Mm-hmm. It makes you wonder if it's like a longer trip or maybe needs a specific kind of interest group.
Could be. Then contrast that with the New York City trip.
Totally different vibe there. They say it's almost full.
Yeah, that definitely adds a bit of better hurry up
Oh,
feeling, right?
for sure. The Big Apple still pulls people in, clearly. It suggests maybe those iconic spots fill up faster.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
And then looking further out, end of 2025, they've got Branson planned.
And 18 people already signed up for that one.
That's pretty solid for something months away.
It really is. Shows there's definitely interest in that kind of, entertainment destination within the community.
Yeah, it seems like these organized trips are a big part of what they offer. Takes the stress out of travel planning, I bet.
Absolutely. And they don't stop there, planning-wise. The newsletter mentions that announcements for fall events are coming soon.
Oh, good point. So the CEC board is definitely looking ahead.
Yeah, ensuring there's always something on the horizon. Keeps the place active.
Keeps people engaged. Now, a practical note, they included the office closure for Memorial Day.
Right. Closed Monday, May 26th, reopening Tuesday, the 27th. Good info for anyone needing to contact them around then.
Definitely. And they wrap up the newsletter with a nice Mother's Day message.
Yeah, acknowledging moms. It's another one of those touches like the spring comment that feels very community-minded.
So that's the core of the main newsletter. Really gives you a feel for their current focus.
And just to add that bit of context from the website, it confirms the address, 301 North Water Avenue in New Hampton.
And that they're a nonprofit established way back in 1976.
Wow, since 76. That's some serious history in the community.
It really is. And their mission statement on the site.
A place for everyone to gather, to learn, to grow, and just enjoy life.
That fits perfectly with everything in the newsletter, doesn't it?
It really does. It reinforces that community hub idea.
The website also gives more detail on, like, renting the place out.
Yeah, Mara mentions Janet is the person to contact for that. Lists all sorts of events. They host celebrations, receptions, weddings. They even have weekend packages for weddings.
Okay, and meetings, too.
Right. It details the large dining area seats 200, has a full kitchen.
That's a good-sized space.
And a separate private meeting room, too, with its own parking, kitchenette, Wi-Fi. Looks like they offer that for monthly or yearly rent as well.
So lots of options for using the space. They also mentioned some fundraising stuff on the website.
Ah, yes, the Ray the Roof project. They got a $5,000 grant from First Citizens Bank.
Nice. And they acknowledged someone named Joy Hall for her contribution.
Good to see that recognition. And they're still looking for help, it seems. Yeah, volunteers needed to paint the inside of the center this September 9th.
Okay. Hands-on help needed.
Mm-hmm. And they're asking for paint donations, too. Janet's the contact for that as well.
Good to know. So volunteering, donations, ways people can get involved.
Exactly. And the website, it lists those same bus trips from the newsletter Mackinac, NYC Branson, with links to sign-up forms.
Ah, so it all connects.
It does, and it clarifies the organizational structure a bit, too. The Chickasaw Event Center is actually operated by the Chickasaw County Council on Aging, Inc.
Okay, that makes sense. Also registered back in 76.
Right. And there's this nice little story about the founder, Edna Reich.
Oh, yeah?
Her vision was for a community gathering place, and she worked to get the center started, along with the Chickasaw Chassis Ride program.
Wow.
Yeah, and they mention wanting to keep her dreams alive through using the facility and donations. Adds a bit of heart to it all.
Definitely gives it more personality. The site also lists the current board members for the Council on Aging.
Right, transparency there. And finally, points you to their Facebook page for more updates.
Okay, so let's try and connect these pieces. The newsletter is really the snapshot, isn't it?
Totally. It's the here and now, the graduations, the trips people can sign up for, the upcoming holiday notice.
And the website gives you the broader story, the foundation, who they are, what
Yeah.
they offer long-term, the history, the mission.
Exactly. Together, they show the Chickasaw Event Center as this really active community resource in New Hampton.
It's clearly more than just like a hall for rent. It's a hub.
Yeah, it's facilitating celebrations, travel, community projects like the painting. Seems pretty vital.
So wrapping up this deep dive, focus mainly on that May newsletter, but with a website context. What are the main takeaways?
Well, a super busy May with all the graduations, strong interest in their travel programs catering to different tastes,
Right, and ongoing planning, looking ahead to the fall, plus that consistent community focus.
and the website reinforces their long-standing role and the different ways people can engage renting, volunteering, donating, joining trips.
It paints a clear picture of a thriving local center.
Absolutely. It really seems embedded in the life of New Hampton.
Which brings up a final thought for you to maybe ponder. Considering how places like the Chickasaw Event Center blend local events like graduations with broader things like travel, what does that mix tell us about what builds community spirit today?
That's interesting. How do these local hubs balance the hyperlocal with offering, windows to the wider world? What role do they play in connecting people both within the community and beyond it?
Something to think about. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive into the Chickasaw Event Center's recent communications.
Hope it gave you some useful insight into what they're all about right now. Until next time.